Today, I am going to be trying out the Dyson Airwrap. I'm really excited. I'm borrowing this from a friend because I really wanted to see if it is better or just the same as my Shark FlexStyle. Now to do this, I only have the barrel attachment. So this is a hairdryer with a barrel attachment. There are other attachments that I do not have because this is all I've got. My Shark Flex has lots of different attachments as well, and the attachments that I usually use are these two going left and right. So I have no idea how to use the Dyson. We are gonna fumble along together and let's see how I can use it and how it styles my hair compared to the Shark FlexStyle. Now, as far as I can see, there are some buttons right up here to use for, it looks like airflow, and this must be heat. This is an on and off button right there, and then there is a release mechanism for the barrel. So this is a 1.6 inch barrel. So this is for curling your hair both ways. And I think maybe this makes it go either way. I'm not sure. So I am going to give it a try, but first I'm gonna take it off and we are gonna, everything's gonna fall off the counter. But the first thing I wanna do is, my hair is damp. You can see that it's curly, it's still kind of wet. And I did go in with the Wow Dream Coat. I use this just like I use for when I do the Shark, and I'm gonna do the exact same product so that there's an easy comparison. I'm gonna use the Heavenly Hair Gloss to put a little oil in my hair. That's like almost 4 pumps. And I'm gonna put it on the ends like this, and then I'm gonna rub it into the temples just like I normally do. And then let's see how this Dyson stacks up, because I'm really excited to try it. If you've used the Dyson or the Shark, let me know in the comments. I am so curious. If you'd like to see how I style my hair with the Shark, I will link below my videos so you can just see how I do my hair normally, because I have the Shark FlexStyle. Okay, so now that's pretty good. I am gonna turn this on. Ooh, it's really loud. So on first initial comparisons, I'm gonna say that the Shark is heavier. So the Shark is definitely heavier than the Dyson. I actually like the fact that the controls are up here at the top where your hand is normally gonna stay down here, because sometimes if I'm twisting over here, I can push these buttons by mistake and then change the heat or the airflow volume. So and also the cooling. I can sometimes hit this by mistake just by twisting it. So I like that right now off the bat, I do like that the controls are right up here. Okay, so let's turn this on, and I'll probably turn down the volume, and I'm just gonna dry some of the wetness out of my hair first. And then we'll go in with sectioning my hair and then doing the curls. Okay, so now it's pretty dry and it's time to section it off. Now, as you can see, my hair is pretty wavy, curly, and I don't have a straightener attachment, so we're just going to use the curling attachment, or the, curling barrel, as it's called, the Airwrap barrel. So let's just section off my hair like this and get to it. And let's see, I'll probably do the right side with you, and then I'll do the left side on this side because I don't have a mirror. But it is, so this is airflow for sure. I just checked that out. And the heat is, if you push this little button all the way to the top, that's heat. So let's see how this thing works. I'm gonna turn it off. I may turn the volume down and not talk because it's gonna be loud. It's so similar to the Shark Flex in the sense that it just grabs the hair and curls it. So that's really, really similar. It is a bigger barrel, so a little bit bigger barrel than I'm used to with the Shark FlexStyle, but I like it. Now let's see what happens if I go to the other side. Okay, so it goes the same direction. I wonder if there's a way, now it's coming towards me, see? So I wonder if I don't see any other buttons to change the direction of the wand. So turn it, let's see, I'm gonna take this off. I guess that's it. Oh, I see. Okay, so I just figured it out. It looks like if you wanna change the airflow, I should have gone to the directions. There is, okay, do you see those two little arrows, left, right, those ones? So it looks like you can turn this thing to determine this is left and that's right. Okay, so let's try that. That is a little sneaky button right there. Let's see if that works. Okay, that's what you do to get the airflow to go in a different direction. Okay, I really like that. I like the fact that you don't have to switch them on and off. So that is actually really cool. And you only obviously need one wand. So that is a really cool feature. So let's get down to business. Let's do it. So I am going to, now that I've figured out how to use it, we are going to go in and dry my hair. I am going to put this on a low volume and I'll speed it up so that you don't have to watch the whole thing in slow motion or in real time. And I will put a timestamp right here so you can jump to the end if you're not interested in watching the fast forward of me doing the hair. Okay, let's get started now that I figured it out. So I'm gonna do the right, so I've gotta do that. So it looks like if the arrow is going to the left, your hair is gonna curl this way, and if it's to the right, this way. So just a note. Okay, let's get started. I am going to do my left side first and then go into my right side so you don't have to watch the whole thing. And then it'll make it quicker, faster, and not so much watching me do my hair. Okay, there is a first go around with the Dyson Airwrap barrel. And you can see the back. Let me get out my mirror and see what it looks like in the back. I'm actually really curious to see what it looks like. Yeah, what do you think? I think it's so similar. They're very, very similar. But I will note that with both of them, both the Dyson and the Shark Airwrap, you can't, because it's just airflow going through this barrel, you can't really get really close to your head, right? So if your hair is like mine and it's already curly or wavy, you're still gonna have that curl and wave like in your hair. It straightens, this part, but I definitely am gonna have like these bumps and curls that are back there, but I'm okay with that because that's going to give my hair volume. So if you have the similar hair, you'll see that. So instead of like straightening your hair first with let's say an attachment like this, I, obviously just blew it dry real quick and then, or got as much moisture out of my hair and then went in with the barrel. Thicker barrel is actually really, really nice. I like how it gave the volume and the curl to my hair compared to the smaller wands with the Shark Flex. As you can see, there's a difference in size. I really like it. It's lighter than the Shark FlexStyle. I prefer that the controls are at the top right here, so you're not gonna accidentally hit them. They also sort of stay more secure when they're in their, on off or their heat or their airflow section or whatever you wanna call it. And then I prefer the fact that for the attachment, especially this one, because this is the only one I'm testing out right now, that you can just twist it back and forth right here. So that to me is a really great feature, and you do not have to constantly put one on, take it off, put it on, take it off to do your different sides of your hair. So I do like that. That is, to me, is a great feature. It is easy to use, except for the fact that if you want to blow dry your hair with this, it's just awkward. It's just awkward that you're like, I thought that was weird and awkward. But this is, I guess, not meant to be actually a hair dryer. It's supposed to be a styling tool, so I understand that. I don't have any of the other attachments, so I cannot speak to those. But as far as how my hair turned out today, I love the curl. I do need to go back in here and do a little bit more because I think this just got, I need to just give it more like I did over here, and maybe it just fell down. So I need to work more on this side and get it even to this, but I'm loving the bounce. I'm loving the curl, and I think that has to do with being a little bit of a bigger barrel. If you're interested in the comparison between what my hair looks like now versus how I styled it just the same way with the Shark FlexStyle, I did the exact same. I didn't straighten it in advance. I just did it with same hair products, same dampness, and I just went in, blew dry it like I did today, and I added in the Airwrap. So I didn't straighten it or anything. And I think they're very, very similar, except this might be a bigger curl. I do want to point out that the Shark FlexStyle wands are hotter. They feel hotter to me than the Dyson. So that's one thing to note. And I do like the fact that if you're going to use the Shark FlexStyle as a hair dryer, this is more normal to blow dry your hair. It's not as awkward as using this if you are gonna do an all-in-one product. It seems weird doing this versus going like this. So that is a big difference. The other difference that I don't like is the buttons. The buttons on the Shark FlexStyle, you can accidentally hit them while you're drying your hair. So I have found that the heat sometimes gets knocked down to like the coolest setting, and I'm like wondering why the curls aren't staying, or I might hit the cool by mistake. And this one, I think because these buttons are secure and they kind of stay where they are and they're at the top, you don't hit them as much as you're using the styler. So that's a comparison as well. The other thing is, and I can't compare it because I do not have any of the other attachments for the Dyson, is that when I use my oval attachment on the Shark FlexStyle, and if I pull my hair the wrong way, this will unclick. I have thick curly hair, as you can see, and sometimes if I have too much hair in here and if I pull it the wrong way, I think it's counterclockwise, this will pop off. So that's another fault of the Shark FlexStyle that I don't like. That could be user error, that could be me, maybe I'm not using it the right way, but I do find that that happens to me a lot. So those are the things that I would say as far as comparison. The Dyson is more expensive than the Shark FlexStyle. So there's that as well. It's cost, and depending on what kind of features you're looking for, they both have the same, I believe, attachments. It's just a question of, what works better for your budget, what you are interested in as far as how you're going to use the styler. But I am really loving how my hair turned out, and I will be hopefully borrowing that again if she lets me. And hopefully she'll give me the other attachments so I can come back or lend me the other attachments so I can come back and review those for you as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please take a minute, let me know, leave me a comment. Do you have a Dyson? Do you have the Shark FlexStyle? Which do you prefer? Or maybe you can't compare them because you have one or the other, but let me know which one you have and what kind of attachments you use. I'm really curious to see if there's maybe more people have that one or the other or whatever, or what questions you might have about either one. I can certainly speak to the Shark FlexStyle because I've been using it probably over 6 months, 8 months now, and I do really like it, and I don't think I would necessarily complain about the few things that bother me. I'm just used to using it now, so I know how to handle if it flips off or if I change the heat setting or something like that. So those are my reviews and my thoughts on using the Dyson Airwrap compared to the Shark FlexStyle. And I'm really excited. I'm so glad I tried it. So now I'm just gonna go back in and work on these a little bit more to even them out to this side. So thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. You'll get notified when other videos go up. I have tons of hair and beauty videos, so be sure to check them all out, and I'll see you in the next video.